Hey everyone, how you doing? Rob here, and welcome again to The Way podcast. Before I go on and talk about our topic today, do subscribe if you're enjoying these, share them about, spread the word, and visit the website www.ancient-whispers.co.uk for the written blog that accompanies these videos. Great to have you here today. Today we're talking about something that is a true passion of mine, something that is very close to my heart. That's the sacred art of reading, receiving wisdom instead of seeking status. In an age of constant information, we often consume knowledge rather than absorb wisdom. We read to be informed, to debate, to impress others with our understanding. But how often do we read to be transformed? What if reading was not about what we know, but who we become because of it? In both ancient Celtic wisdom and spiritual traditions across the world, reading was never just about gathering facts. It was a sacred art. I mean, you only have to look at the way things like the Lindisfarne Gospel are illustrated to know that this was a sacred thing, a way of entering into something larger than oneself. The words we take in shape us, not just intellectually, but at the deepest levels of our souls. Now, modern culture celebrates those who speak the most, know the most, and debate the best. And it can be impressive. But we've built a world where knowledge is often used as a weapon to prove superiority, to outsmart, or to impress. But knowledge alone is empty if it does not change us. The Celtic Christian tradition emphasized humility in learning. Reading was approached as a form of prayer, not as an intellectual contest. They understood that the greatest wisdom is often found in simplicity. Reading with humility opens the heart to transformation. Truth is not about who said it, but what is being said. And in contrast today, we often ask, who wrote this? Do they have authority? How does this align with my current views? Can I use this to confirm what I already believe? How does this make me look? Can I use this knowledge to impress others? But true wisdom asks only one thing. What is the truth here? And how can I live it? There is a vast difference between reading to know and reading to be changed. The first seeks control to master ideas. The second seeks surrender to be mastered by wisdom. We've all read things that have stayed with us for years, not because they gave us new facts, but because they shifted something deep inside of us. The Celts believed that the spoken and written word carried power, that words were not just symbols on a page, but living things capable of shaping the world. And indeed, as somebody who has been a coach and a hypnotist for many years now, the word, the written word and the spoken word can shape our experiences, can transform our realities. If this is true, then how we read matters just as much as what we read. So why do we read? Do we read to seek deeper truth or to just confirm our existing beliefs? Do we read with humility or with the desire to prove ourselves? Do we read to be transformed or to accumulate knowledge? The difference between spiritual reading and intellectual consumption is very simple. Spiritual reading invites us to listen. It is an act of receiving, not just analyzing. Intellectual reading invites us to argue. It's an act of mastering knowledge rather than letting it master us. One leads to wisdom, the other quite often, sadly, leads to arrogance. One of the greatest obstacles to deep understanding is the desire to dissect and debate rather than listen. How often do we interrupt our reading with skepticism, argument, or resistance? How often do we reject wisdom from unexpected places because it doesn't fit into our existing framework? There's an old saying, listen twice before speaking once. And this doesn't just apply to conversation, but to our reading and receiving wisdom. Rather than asking, do I agree with this? Ask, what is this teaching me? This shift in mindset changes everything. True wisdom does not seek to win, it seeks to understand. The greatest teachers are those who read with openness rather than resistance, ask questions rather than assume answers, let wisdom shape them rather than trying to control it. There is a sacred relief in humility, in not needing to be the expert to prove ourselves or to have all the answers. The world is filled with voices, clamoring, straining to be heard. But the truly wise are those who listen, absorb, and let truth settle deep into their being. How do we read for wisdom, not just knowledge? How do we shift from reading for status to reading for transformation? Let's take a look at that. 1, read with an open heart. Instead of reading to confirm what you already believe, read to be challenged and expanded. Let go of the need to defend yourself against new ideas. Approach words with curiosity rather than resistance. Assume there is something to learn in every experience. 2, do not dismiss based on the source. We often judge wisdom by who said it rather than what is being said. Truth is not owned by any one person, culture, or belief system. A humble teacher may reveal more than a celebrated expert. Do not let your pride prevent you from receiving wisdom. Read slowly, read thoughtfully. Number 3. The ancient Celts valued slow, meditative reading, not rushing through texts, but sitting with them, allowing them to sink in. Try this. Instead of racing to finish a book, pause and reflect on one idea at a time. Ask, how does this apply to my life? Let go of the pressure to get through knowledge. Wisdom is not measured in pages read. 4, ask questions, then be still. Wisdom is often revealed in quiet rather than debate. Instead of arguing with the text, sit with it. Ask, what is this teaching me? Then be silent. Let the answer come in its own time. Seek truth, not just information. Not everything that sounds impressive is meaningful. Do not chase complexity for its own sake. Often the most simple truths are the deepest. Ask, does this lead me towards greater love, wisdom, and peace? If the answer is yes, hold on to it. If not, let it go. What if reading was not just a way to consume information, but a way to connect to something greater? What if it was an act of stillness, humility, and transformation rather than a race to know more, be right, or impress others? Celtic saints and monks saw reading as a form of prayer, a time to sit with wisdom, to listen deeply, to let truth unfold in the heart. What if we returned to this way of reading? Perhaps today is an invitation to read, not to conquer knowledge, but to be changed by it. Because in the end, it's not what we know that matters. It's who we can become because of it. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this today. It's been a pleasure sharing with you. Much love, many blessings. Do subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the videos if you're enjoying them, and reach out, comment, say hello. It's always good to hear from people. Do visit the website www.ancienthwhispers.co.uk. I'm going to leave that little snigger in because you won't know how many times I messed up saying my own address this time. So it's www.ancient-whispers.co.uk. As I said, much love, many blessings, and I'll see you in the next episode. Take care.